Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first day of curriculum week. For years and years on my channel, I have shared all of my kids' curriculum, including our family subjects and individual subjects, all week long during the month of June, and this year is no different. So I'm really excited to share today what our family subjects are for the upcoming homeschooling year that will start probably around mid-July. Family subjects are the heart and soul of our Charlotte Mason inspired homeschool. They are the bulk of our kids' education, and then their individual subjects like their math and reading and things like that, I'll be sharing all week long, their grade level specific subjects. So if you are interested in seeing what we have on the agenda for family subjects this year, give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned. And if you're excited for curriculum week, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, all right, let's get started. So we are going to start over here with Bible, just because that's how we start our family days, and our family subjects, so I thought I'd start with Bible. First things first is we do a little devotion together while we're doing breakfast. And so last year, if you remember, we used the Ology and we really enjoyed it. And so I had my eye on this wonderful Ancient Psalms Ever New. And so we will be sitting down with breakfast and going through this together. This goes through all the Psalms. And then after that, they split off into their soak time, which is their personal Bible study time. I like to give them time to do that instead of expecting them to do that on their own at their age right now. So I will link my In Advance Planner video up here and show you a flip through of their Bible journals for this year. But this is mine, a quick overview. I got the college rule for myself. And then for Isabella, I also got the college rule. For my son Eli, I got the wide rule with room for illustration. He will be doing soak himself this year. Typically, he sits with me and my younger daughter and we go through like a devotion together, but he is going to be in 3rd grade and he's ready to start doing his own personal Bible study. And the soak method, by the way, is just a way to read the Bible and then write down the acronym SOAK. It stands for Scripture, Observation, Application, and Kneeling in Prayer. And it's just a way that I've taught my kids to do their own Bible journaling. So if you wonder what I mean when I say like SOAK, that's what I mean. For Jesse, I got him the wide rule, no illustration. And then for Annie, she has the early rider lines with room for illustration. Instead of her doing her own personal Bible study, this year she and I will start with going through For Such a Time as This. Last year we went through the, what was it called? The Jesus Storybook Bible. So this year we'll be going through For Such a Time as This. I love this book. I did this with Isabella. It goes through the women of the Bible and it's for girls. And since last year I was doing this with my son and daughter, we just did the Jesus Storybook Bible, but I thought this was a sweet year to do this since she'll be my only one sitting down and doing that. So she will practice the soak method, but with a more of like a Bible story type of story. So that is our Bible study for the year. We'll go up here. So our first, I usually do picture study, instead of doing the 3-term Charlotte Mason style picture study, we do 2 semesters. So we are gonna start with Malay. And then next semester, we are going to do John Singer Sargent. And I know for a fact that A Humble Place is releasing a John Singer Sargent picture study aid this summer. So we plan to use hers. It's not released yet, so I don't have it to print. But we're gonna be using the Simply Charlotte Mason Malay picture study portfolio for first semester. Our poet this year is John Greenleaf Whittier. I'm really looking forward to doing that with the kids this year. This is new to us. We've never done him before. And then our composer, you may recognize this from last year. And if you watched my curriculum hits and misses video, then you already know this, but we're gonna be doing lists again because we just maybe did like 2 whole lessons last year and then I totally fell off the wagon with it. So we're gonna do a redo because I just wasn't organized enough to add that in well this year. We are continuing with laying down the rails. This is something you'll always see. We love laying down the rails. I have lots of videos on it. So we just like to pick one habit to do every 6 to 8 weeks. So we are going to continue with laying down the rails. It's a wonderful family curriculum on habits. This is new to us and I'm very excited. So Kristen from Delightfully Feasting, she has 2 of these 12-week Spanish units, and I believe she's working on another one right now. It's Delightfully Living Spanish. This looks perfect for our family. It will go in our morning basket. Goes along, I already purchased the book, it's just not here yet. It is, what book is it? I had to get it on Thrift Books. Yes, Play and Learn Spanish. So we are going to be dabbling in Spanish this year. As you guys know, foreign language has been a miss for us quite a few years. And I heard Sonia Schaefer explain how to do Spanish one time, and it was just the way she explained it seemed so effortless, but I've really struggled to incorporate it. And so then Kristen's curriculum literally looks perfect. It's exactly what I'm looking for, but it's all laid out for me. It has a book that goes along with it, and I'm excited to be using this. So we may either be doing this, like if she releases the 3rd one soon, we might do all 3 units, but I'm thinking I'm gonna probably do it similarly to how I do our picture study, which is we'll take the 12-week unit and use that for first semester, so all the way through until December, and then use the 2nd unit, which I already have, I just haven't printed yet, for the 2nd semester, since we have such a wide range of ages. Okay, and we are officially back to volume 1 of Story of the World. So as you guys know, we cycle through the Story of the World books with a friend. Every other Friday we get together and do projects from the book. So we read a chapter a week and then get together every other Friday and do a project or 2 from 1 or 2 chapters. So it took us about 6 years to go through all 4 volumes, and we're starting fresh again. So for our older ones, we'll just assign reading that goes like at a more middle and high school level, but for our younger ones, they'll just be doing this. But either way, this is our family history subject, and we will be reading through this together, and we do the maps and we do the activity pages. So that is what we're doing for history. For Shakespeare this year, we're doing As You Like It, and I have a flip through coming up in about a week and a half here on my channel. So if you're interested in seeing the Simply Charlotte Mason Shakespeare, that's coming up. And then, okay, I have another girlfriend who I get together with once a month, and we try to do some kind of celebration on a monthly basis. So last year we did Poetry Tea Time together. The year before that we did Exploring Nature with Children together. We try to get together just once a month for something that's like enrichment that really encourages us to pursue something that we maybe aren't doing well, or it would just be more fun with a group. So she has 3 kids, I have 4 right now who are students. So next year we decided to do geography together. So like a cultural celebration once a month. So we have our own geography that my kids are kind of doing on their own, but this is a way to just add in a rich cultural celebration into our homeschool. So we are going to be going through Window on the World. We're actually letting the kids each choose a country this whole year. And then what we're doing is we're going through this book and choosing whatever country they chose. Whoever's hosting that month will do like a meal that represents that country, and then we'll spend some time in prayer for that country. And then if we can use Hungry Planet and Material World, we will add that in as well. If there's a handcraft that goes along with it, we'll do that as well. So it just seemed so perfect and like a really fun way to get together monthly this year. So we're gonna be doing that with them. All right, so down here, I've got our nature journals. We're going back to basics, and just because it's a baby year for us, I didn't want to add in a nature curriculum or nature handcrafts or try to make it too complicated. So we're going back to what I love, which is just simple nature studies. So we've got our nature journals here. I have one as well. I got these from Advance Paper Co. a few years ago, and they got about a quarter of the way through these journals, and then we switched to different journals with Exploring Nature with Children the next year, and then last year we did nature with our co-op, so we had different journals for that. So we're reusing the rest of these journals. Simple nature study. Everyone's gonna have colored pencils. We're gonna bring field guides outside and just do nature study in a very classic way, which I really love. So that's what we're doing for nature. And then we also have a few things that I don't have to show you. So We have our Charlotte Mason Co-op that meets twice a month. It's an enrichment co-op, and that includes things like apologetics, and we have like hymn study and a morning meeting, poetry sharing. It's just a beautiful enrichment morning. Our handcraft this year, I'm so excited. We are going to be using Let's Make Art, which my daughter and I use all the time just for fun. And we're going to continue our Monday enrichment days. So twice a month we have a Monday enrichment day, and instead of going to the garden like we did last year, since our handcraft was gardening, this year we'll be spending time doing watercolor as a family with Let's Make Art. They have some great kids ones and they also have adult ones, so we'll kind of flip-flop back and forth. Our life skill, I have 2 of our 3 terms figured out. First term is laundry, and I know that sounds funny, like it's, you know, serving myself to have the kids learn how to do laundry, but they actually really need help with it. They have a laundry rotation on each day. They have, you know, a different kid has to do their own, and some of my kids are struggling. I just kind of want to pull it back and help them a little bit with that and help them cultivate that habit. So we're going to be doing laundry term 1 as our life skill. I also thought it would be beneficial, just considering that we will have a new board at the beginning of the year, so it'll be helpful for us to do this all together, where I can help monitor the younger ones and they won't get frustrated by having their laundry all over the place or missing laundry or whatever. Term 2, since term 2 falls over Christmas, I thought it would be good to do letter writing. So leading up to Christmas, they can do that, and then following Christmas, since term 2 is typically 6 weeks before Christmas and 6 weeks after, they can work on thank you notes as well. Term 3, I haven't decided, but usually John has an idea of something that we can bring in for a life skill toward the end of the school year, or something that he can direct. So we'll see how baby girl is treating us by then and what we have time or what I have energy to do. We also have morning basket, which has lots of little details, lots of little things that are enriching. There's etiquette. We've got some different poetry and American folk tales and things like that that are in our morning basket, but I will be showing you guys that in July for my annual back to school week. I always show you what's in our morning basket, but if you're interested in what it typically looks like, I'll link that up here so you can see last year's. And then for current events, we do World Watch News. Love World Watch News. We were really happy with it this year, and so we're going to continue that next year. So those are our family subjects for the 2022-2023 school year. And all week long, I'll be showing you my kids' individual core subjects. So this is not their full education, but this is what we do as a family.